Hi everyone. So I got something pretty important to report to you. It's not that important, but it's a development with my soul kitty number 2, Mr. Apollo. He can now sit without me needing to ask him to or tell him to. Or do any hand gestures like pointing to the ground. This cat is so smart. So I like to teach the cats how to speak, how to sit, how to lay down, kind of like dogs, because I think it's fun. And who says that cats can't learn how to do stuff? Sure, like they sure fucking can. So I started teaching Apollo how to sit because I figured, okay, he's old enough now. Let's try this. And so the very first time I did it, I brought the food out to him, like his food bowl. And he got up on his little cat table. He stood up on it. He would meow for it. And so I had to take him off. And I took my hand. I just pushed the back of his booty down so that he sat on the ground. And I said, sit, like a couple of times, so that he could associate sitting with like that word. And I figured I would have to do this many more times before it stuck because that's usually how it goes. And no, it was just that one time. And now, every time I bring the food bowls out, the three cats, Caesar, Apollo, and Phil, not Xena. Xena does not like eating with the other cats. She eats by herself because she prefers that. But the three boys, they see me coming with the bowls, they walk or they trot over to their little spots on the cat table and they sit down in front of their spots and they wait for me to serve them. It is so fucking cool. It is so nice. Like, way to create order. Like, when you got four cats, what's the math? Is that 16 feet that are just wandering around in the kitchen? I don't want to step on any cats. So, like, I try to, teach them how to just go over there for a little bit, go sit down over here a little bit. And it's good to know that I have a really smart fucking soul kitty. So there's that. Uh, oh, and also, just one more thing. He knows when I'm done with my cereal. So, like, he has this issue with food where, like, he sees any kind of food and he just wants to get at it. And I've been trying to work with him on this and teaching him that, like, you don't get to have anything of what I'm getting if you keep pouncing on me while I'm eating it. So we got the cereal thing under control because he would try to get to the milk. He loves dairy, just like Caesar. I don't know what it is. They're not really supposed to have dairy. Um, but we've given it to Caesar for years. So whatever, just a little bit. So anyways, I have gotten him to where he doesn't bother me at all while I'm eating my cereal. All he does is just stare at me, which I would rather that not be the case, but it's better than me not enjoying my cereal and him climbing all over me. So I'm not one to, I don't really like to drink the milk afterward, but I do because I know he's going to want a little bit and I don't want him to have like a lot. So as soon as I start drinking some milk from the bowl after I've eaten my cereal, he hops down from his cat tree, goes to the floor, sits down, and waits for me to put the bowl down on the ground so that he can lick a little bit of the milk. I mean, come on. This cat's fucking smart. Anyways, um, Madeline had a decent visit this weekend, I guess. I forgot to say if, like, she has some daddy issues. Like, a couple of nights before she came here, she told her dad that she pretty much didn't want anything to do with him anymore. She listed out the reasons why, deleted his phone number from her phone. And so I thought we would be getting like an upset kid on our hands. And I was like, Alicia, are you sure she shouldn't just stay home with Shell and like work this out with her mom? And Shell seemed to think she was okay to come here. And I guess she was because Madeline didn't cry. She wasn't like upset. She wasn't trying to like work through her feelings. She just was like, this has been coming. I've been trying to like, be patient with him. This is words coming out of a 12-year-old's mouth. And she's like, it just was a matter of time and I've had enough of it. So that's it. He's done. He's done. He's out of my life. Now, if I had had this kind of awareness when I was 12 years old, my life probably would have gone so much differently. I can't even believe it. I was a dumb 12-year-old. I did not think like this. Like, so cool. Kind of jealous of her, but I was happy that she is able to process things. I asked her if she journaled. She said she used to, but she doesn't do it as often, so I gave her a notebook because I have spiral notebooks on hand because they're my favorite, and I encouraged her to journal. And so she was like okay for the most part. Um, so Saturday, honey, don't do that. Okay, if you hear any meowing, it's my soul kitty. So Saturday, we were supposed to go to the science museum for kids and take her there because she loves science. Like, she is so smart. I swear she's gonna be like an engineer or something when she gets older. And I wasn't looking forward to going to this museum because science that shit's it's boring to me. This shit's boring. Sorry, I believe in science, and I appreciate it. But the idea of going to a science museum, ooh, I prefer the ones with art, paintings, sculptures, you know. I like that better, but it wasn't about me. And I would have to kind of go even if I didn't want to because I'm a veteran and veterans get in for free. Plus, one child can get in for free too with the veteran. So, yeah. So I was prepared. I was planning on it. I was working myself up. I was like, what is this going to be like 2 hours at the very least? Um, and I was trying to like tell myself, like, okay, I don't want to participate in anything, but I don't want to just have this bored look on my face. So I have to make sure my face doesn't look like I would rather be anywhere else but here because I don't want to do that to a kid. So, like, here I am, like, just preparing for this awful waste of my time. And I'm just saying, this is just how I feel. It's just the truth. I know, I love Madeline, but anyways, um, they had left for a beach at like 9 and I didn't get up until like noon. And I get this text from Alicia saying that like she was telling Madeline, okay, like, because they were at the beach for a couple hours. She's like, let's go home now, change, we can go to the museum. And Madeline wanted to stay longer at the beach. So Alicia said, okay, well, this will be like in lieu of going to the science museum because we were running out of time and the museum wasn't open very late on Saturdays. And Madeline was like, I'm okay missing it. I would rather stay at the beach longer. So imagine my excitement when I saw that message that, sorry, like the thing got canceled. Don't be sorry. Oh no, don't be sorry. I like canceled plans, especially ones that I want nothing to do with. So I had a fucking fantastic afternoon. I did a fire out back and I did some weeding and it was a good time. Um, so then later that night, me and Alicia and Madeline are just sitting there. Madeline's coloring and watching TV. And she goes, do you guys have any other snacks? Because I ask her what she wants every time before she comes here. And she gives me a list. And I go get the food. And whatever she doesn't eat, I send her home with. Or we send her home with. And so she only asked for Doritos for snacks. So that's all I got for her because I don't know what else she eats for snacks. She just said Doritos. And so that's what I told her. I was like, "Well, no, not really, because you only told us Doritos. We don't really have like cookies or snack stuff that's just in the house all the time." Um, so I was like, now before I say this, I am aware of the hypocrisy, okay? I'm aware of it. Or if that's even the right word to use to describe this, but I offered up cereal. I was like, Madeline, like there's some Lucky Charms. Would you like to have cereal? Because that's Alicia's cereal, Lucky Charms. We each have our own boxes. I don't share no cereal boxes with anybody. Anyways, Madeline was like, yeah. And then Alicia goes, no, I finished my Lucky Charms. I was like, oh, sorry, I didn't know that. And I said, sorry, we don't have any cereal. And I said it believing it, not remembering that like I had cereal. And then Alicia was like, no, you've got cookies, remember? I don't know if anybody knows this brand, but it's like an Aldi brand called Kookiez with a K. It's like an offshoot of what the actual brand that tastes like fucking cardboard. And I love the cookies. Like, sorry, cereal. Fuck the bullshit about it being like an important eat granola. It's good. Eat cereal that's good for you. Granola. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Cereal's not good for you. Cereal's a fucking snack. I don't eat it as like an actual meal. I eat it as a snack. And so in that one cookies box, I can get 4 big bowls of cereal out of it. Um, and it's just measured that way. So I know exactly how much I'm getting, exactly how much I have left, exactly how many bowls I've had. And Alicia offered up my fucking cereal. And in front of Madeline, it just, I couldn't stop my mouth from talking. I was like, that's my cereal. That's mine. She's like, yeah. And Madeline's like, oh, what is it? What? And so I went to the cupboard because the cereal was on the counter before Madeline came. And I put it in the cabinet so she wouldn't see that there was that kind of cereal because it's my cereal. And so I showed her and she wanted some. So I had to tell myself, don't fucking throw a tantrum in front of a 12-year-old. So I went and I poured her, like, I gave her a bowl of cereal. She was happy. I sit back down. Madeline's eating it, watching TV. And I look over at Alicia and I just mouth, what the fuck? And Alicia's like, I'm sorry. I was like, you're sorry? And then we were talking about it later, like when Madeline wasn't around. I was like, don't you ever fucking offer up my cereal again. That's mine. And I was like, I don't care that she's 12. That makes no difference to me. I don't care that I told her, like, I don't want a 12-year-old to have any cereal. It's my cereal. And Alicia was, I think she said something like, you can be happy with what you have or something like that. I was like, I'm happy with the exact measurement of what I thought I was going to have. So when I went to have that last bowl of cereal from that box, it wasn't a full bowl. And that was sad. It just was. Um, like, do I feel embarrassed about this? No, not really. Um, I don't feel bad that I don't want to give a 12-year-old some cereal. There's other stuff. We could have found her some, we had bacon and shit. Like, we could have kept going down the list, but no, we stopped at my cereal. Um, so yeah, I just told Alicia, don't you ever fucking do that again. That's mine. I have my own cabinet, pretty much, and I have my own section of the counter, which means like nothing should be taken from either of those that belongs to me or offered to anybody else because they're mine. And that's just how I feel. So my lovely wife goes to Aldi's yesterday and brings me back 2 boxes of the cookie cereal. I couldn't be more pleased. I was like, thank you so much. I'm glad you learned your lesson. Anyways, um, this episode is nothing, by the way. Just hopefully it's relatable. Oh, also, one more thing. So, like, on at the beach on Saturday, Alicia had suntan, what do you call it? Suntan lotion? Or spray or something? Sunblock? I don't fucking know. You know what I'm talking about. She had a bottle of that with her. And she comes back from the beach with a full body fucking sunburn. Like, all the whole front of her down to her feet, just like lobster red. And she's like, am I red? I'm like, are you serious right now? And she's like, yeah, I got burned. Um, but she had brought sunblock and put it on Madeline. I think she said she put it on Madeline. Anyways, it was in the car. Madeline didn't get burned, so she had to have given it to Madeline. But like Alicia didn't put any on herself, and I was like, why? She's like, I didn't think we were gonna be there for that long. I thought like I don't know, maybe I don't know, an hour or something. And then I was like, and so when time passes, an hour goes by, you don't think to yourself, okay, we're still here. It doesn't look like we're leaving. Maybe I should go to the car and put some sunblock on me so I don't burn. She's like, no. And I was like, dude, this was completely preventable. And the reason why I'm a little irritated about it is because I have to fucking touch her feet. And I hate feet. I hate feet. I don't care anybody's feet except for mine and furry feet from cats. I don't mind those. But back in January, she rolled her ankle. I had to spend 2 months massaging her fucking foot and her ankle and putting cream on it and tending to it on a daily basis. Like, that was feet every fucking day. And then I got a bit of a break, and then it was something else. And then she got this like body rash, and somehow I still had to like massage her feet. I don't remember why. And then like she's got this sunburn where her feet are so inflamed, it looks like it did when she had the allergic reaction. Like it looks like her feet are eating her toes. The toes are disappearing because like the top of the foot is so fucking like swollen from the sunburn, and it's painful for her. And so now I have to put lotion and like this other cream that I have on her fucking feet until they feel better. And I'm just like, when can I get a break from your goddamn feet? And yes, she could put the lotion on herself. I get that. But you know what? When you're married, that's what your spouse is for. So that's what I do. And I'm just over her feet. I don't want them anymore. Like, this is so, like, I wish I didn't say any of that just now, but like seriously, that's why I'm irritated. Plus, not to mention, dude, I don't understand that way of thinking. Like, you knew if you didn't put sunblock on you that you were gonna get burned. And she's like, no, I didn't. I'm like, can you not look back on your life and see the pattern? Every time we have gone out, you have done this, and then you're the one that gets burned, not me, because I put, you know what I mean? I was like, this is a pattern. She's like, it is. I'm like, yes, it shouldn't even have to be a pattern for you to recognize that you need to put sunblock on. Am I making a big deal out of this? Probably, because it has to do with her feet. Those feet need to heal real quick. Because I need a break from feet. It's gross. Anyways, oh, who is autistic this week? Nobody asked. I still think Lucille Ball was autistic. I got this audiobook that her daughter did, um, about, I think it was like, I think Lucille Ball had like a memoir or something like drafted up and whatever, but her daughter's like reading from it, and the things that Lucille Ball like, is that, why am I saying her full name like that? The things that she used to do with it as a kid, how she thought, like what she was like as an adult. Every fucking part of that book makes me think that you were definitely autistic. Um, and it's a good book. I don't know. Maybe you could read it if you want or listen to it. I gotta go now. I don't know what's going on with my head, but my brain is skipping. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.